Hello YouTubers, welcome back to the Australia vlog, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a little bit of an exciting one. We get to go in a boat that isn't a single, but first we have to go in a boat that is the single. We've got fantastic water this morning, no rain unfortunately, or fortunately depending on how you look at it. We've got Big Dawg Jacko, we've got Anthony there, and Marcus is here somewhere. But now we get on the water.
Cam, you made that look somewhat effortless today.
And that's us finished off our intensity for today. Big Dawg Jackson 2 up to 1. But good training, always great to be sometimes side by side, pushing each other down the course. Means that when you're by yourself, sometimes it can be pretty difficult to motivate yourself in that last little bit. But now we get a lovely chill paddle before we get to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel.
We just need to put them out with the learn to row where they cover boating off the beach.
And we've made it off the water. A pleasurable experience out there. Pretty hard session to be expected for a higher intensity session, and it was good to be able to actually push the rates higher and higher. I could really feel when I was doing it right, when I was rowing better, the rate was coming a bit easier, the speed was coming a bit easier, the effort per stroke felt similar, but it felt like I could keep doing those strokes when I was doing it right. When I was doing it wrong, it felt like I was doing the same effort, but it felt more tiring. So essentially, I could feel the efficiency. So good to be able to feel that. It's just about replicating that and not having it come and go for longer periods of time. If it does slip, trying to be able to find just little cues that's try this, okay, we're back. And then we can extend and do the majority of strokes having that efficiency in a race. Also great to be able to get out there and do longer pieces. On the Avon, unfortunately, the longest stretch you have is a K that's straight, and we're doing today about 2K of pretty straight pieces. So a little bit different, but of course good prep for racing because the minimum distance is 2 kilometers. So now we get to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel. And the adventure continues today, getting in the double with Big Dawg Jackson. And we've got the double that we're going to be rowing in, but it's a tad dusty. Oh, we've got some complex maths going on. Oh, yeah. So wash this up, keep on resting post-session, then get out in the double with Big Dawg Jackson. Always something to think about when you're getting in a crew boat with two guys over 2 meters. There's always some foot adjustments and some slide adjustments. Just a lot of adjustments going on before we can get going onto this lovely water. This morning we're going to be going on a little bit of a tour. So we're going to go past the house where I'm staying, which is just back that way, and just exploring surfer's paradise from the water. Just a lovely, they call it here T1, which is probably a little bit under UT2, so nice and steady.
Probably the best coaching you've had. Right.
And we've made it back to the pool post-session, post-fueling up, and the sun is out. What more could you ask in a day post-training in the double and in the single? Really good, enjoyable morning this morning. Like I said, the double, even though it was the first session, came together really quickly and really nicely, and really happy with that. The single this morning was a really tough session. We've been doing timed pieces instead of distance pieces, just because the stream can change make your pieces quite significantly shorter or longer. And the rates today, we did 3 pieces, rates between 24 and 34, and then a little bit higher at the end. And like I mentioned in previous episodes, it's really good to have someone, and Big Dawg Jackson in this specific instance, in the sessions to be able to, 1, mimic the things or even see the things that he's good at and try and apply it to what I'm doing, and 2, just have someone there to be able to knock 8 bells out of. So whether that's doing a hard piece and trying to like go forward and just battle each other, or even just in those long steady pieces where you're going around the bends and you're just trying to keep with that person the entire time. So really good to have him training with, really good to be able to train with him. And the pieces themselves were really interesting because as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I've been really trying to work on the technique wise and try not to lift as much, and I've been adding a little bit on top of that. So how do you not lift? And we've kind of spoke about it a bit, and there's a couple of things what I'm trying to think about, and that's trying to feel, not sure if you'll see in the camera, it's like the center of mass in the boat is maybe just in front of your belly button, roughly just in front of like the middle of your torso, roughly. And so trying to feel pressure when you're pressing there. Usually I'll feel pressure sort of quite high, and so especially if I'm lifting. And also trying to, when you're going up to the catch, trying not to have it sort of be a more slow process, trying to have it be quite quick and precise, but also not just trying to do what I can do just as a stronger, just throw more watts at it person, trying to be cognizant of what's going on. So if I can do both of those things together, having the push from that center of mass and be pretty quick and push with the legs first, it almost means that I can't row the way I've been rowing for quite a while, which is really, really interesting. If I don't do those things, I can really, well, I'm starting to really feel the difference of how much more effort goes on in the last portion of the stroke, where I have to, well, I feel like I have to add more, because basically I can't use my legs because my hips are already done. I have to use a lot of the smaller muscles just to feel some sort of acceleration. But if I get it right, it feels almost like the acceleration is there, but it feels like it's not there, because I'm so used to like feeling an increase in speed of this, rather than just like a smooth push back. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it's starting to make sense to me. I'm starting to feel what I'm talking about there more consistently. But that's the main thing, especially in the pieces today. Big Dawg Jacko beat me on the first two, and the last one I beat him, but the last one I was feeling what I'm talking about, but it wasn't so much, it wasn't a conscious decision to roll like that on the third piece. So it's trying to be able to, yes, I can feel it when it happens, but being able to make it happen and know that, okay, this change makes the efficiency, makes the rowing better happen. Hopefully that makes sense. But that will be it for today's episode, Yam Squad. I have an erg this evening, probably not so much in the heat. Well, it will be hot, but I don't think I'll be doing it in the heat. I'll be using some of the AC, so it'll be interesting to see what the splits are like versus the previous erg I did a few days ago now. And so AC plus getting used to the heat anyway, in theory, should mean that for the same or less effort, I should be a little bit faster. And that's not a fitness benefit per se, it's more just getting used to it, getting into the swing of things. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on there. And tomorrow, I think there's a little bit of, maybe not quite as adventureful as a couple of episodes ago, but so something a little bit different tomorrow. As always, variation is one of the keys to motivation. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, I thought I quite enjoyed filming and being part of this video, if that makes sense. Quite enjoyed this morning, and if you did, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you did hit that subscribe button. Both combined really does help the channel grow and push to more people, and the bigger the channel gets, in theory, the better the videos can get. But that's for future Yam Squad to look forward to, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.